Hello, my Kingdom entrepreneurs. Once again, I welcome you to this very program. If you're actually there, you have a friend who has a business, just right now, send them a link. Tell them to tune in on their favorite program that is going to help their idea, their business to grow beyond the level that they could imagine. Tell a friend to subscribe to this channel, and they will not regret their time with us together. Yeah, in last week's edition, we talked about the mind, thinking big and all that. But this week, I want to talk about your perception as the person behind the idea. What is really your perception? You know, perception is really determined by many things. By our education, by the people that have influenced our thinking and all that. But perception is very key for every business. How do you think? What are the philosophies of your mind? What do you think? What do you perceive? Some people perceive things differently. And the problem in Africa, our perception was actually controlled. We have been so long into the controlled life. We have been so much into the colonial life. Everything that we have in Africa is more of colonialistic. The education, the things we talk about, everything. So we spent much time into a master-servant relationship. So it has kind of engraved on, it's engraved on all many things that we do in Africa. And it has affected our perception. Let me give you an example of perception. Who told you that you're a small business? You're starting a business and you're calling yourself, I'm a small business person. Who told you a small business? You don't have to start a small business. In Africa, every entrepreneur starting, he starts calling himself a small business. That is a perception problem. And today I want to address that very issue. How do you achieve big? How do you start something that will impact the world? Something that will change the world? You don't have, yes, you start small, like I said, but you don't have to start a small thing. Start a big thing small. Don't just start a small thing. Many people call themselves small business owners. There's even now a term called SMEs. SMEs. Africa, we have SMEs. In Uganda, it's the most entrepreneuristic country. Almost 70% of the people in Uganda alone, we have more than 10 million entrepreneurs. But the problem they have, they start small businesses that can't transcend over time. They start today and they die tomorrow. Why do they die? It's because they start small businesses, hoping that one day they'll become big. Today I want you to lure you into starting a big business, a big thing. Let's change our perception. Let's change our mind. Why do people actually start small things? It's their thinking pattern. How do we change our thinking pattern? It's the way we have the information we have grasped, the things that we have put in our mind, is how we think. I want to address that today. So let's really launch into this. Why do people fear starting big things? It's because they doubt themselves. They keep doubting. They keep believing that they can't grow big. They can't grow beyond their area of operation. You talk to someone who has one shop and you tell him, why don't you expand nationwide? He's fearing. He's like, I don't have that muscle. I don't have that capacity. Where do they sell capacity? Where do they sell such muscles and all that? It's in the perception. It's in the belief system of every entrepreneur. I want to call upon the kingdom entrepreneurs to change their belief system. So start believing in yourself. Why do people stop believing in themselves? Because they have that doubt. How does doubt come? You have an idea, and then you start thinking everything against the idea that you have. You start thinking good, and then you think the bad things about that big thing. You start thinking how impossible that thing is. You start thinking the limitations of that thing. The Bible puts it this way. The reason that Adam failed, he ate on the tree of knowing good and evil. The moment you start thinking good and then you get the bad, totally you're killing yourself. You're totally limiting yourself. Think of only the good things. Meditate on only the good things. Think of only the perfect, beautiful things, and then forget about the things that are not working, that are not in line, that are a limitation to your big thing, to your big idea. Don't think bad. Don't eat on the tree of knowing good and evil. Only know life. Eat on the tree of life. Now, when you only know life, things that will start aligning themselves to fit what you believe, to align with what you believe. Your belief system is the thing that needs to change as a kingdom entrepreneur if we are to start big things that will impact the world. Let's not start thinking small. Let's start thinking big.